Hi, everyone. Henry DeVries with Wealth Authority TV, the TV show for financial advisors, for wealth managers, and one of my favorite authors in the world, a very accomplished person, Lisa Apolinski, and who happens to be the editor-in-chief at my company, Indie Books International. We liked her as an author so much, we made her the editor-in-chief, and we've collaborated on books. I know Lisa's background is in the financial services industry. And well, Lisa, just share a little bit about your background.
Absolutely, Henry. I have worked with various organizations, both in we'll say it, my corporate refugee life, American Express, Tax and Business Services, RSM McGladrey, which was which owned H&R Block. And also I've worked with very large, I can't say the name of them for confidentiality reasons, but very large banking and financial institution organizations in my agency life. So I've been able to be on both sides of the coin, the banking side and the financial services side.
Well, the question I wanted to put to you today is what can the financial industry do to improve the image of financial advisors?
So this is an age-old question of how does a financial advisor not look like someone who just wants to get their hands on your money to make money for themselves? And I think the fastest way for any service industry, not just financial services, but all service industries, to help to bridge that story gap is investing in their relationships with their clients. If a client can see you as an authority and they can trust you because they feel that you are on their side, that relationship will evolve, it will change, and it will grow in a way that's beneficial for both people.
How do you show up with that relationship and be helpful?
So one of my financial advisors, something that he does with me, which I have only seen twice in my entire life, which makes me a little sad, is he shows up early, regularly, and often. He doesn't wait until the end of the year to have a conversation. He doesn't wait until tax time to have a conversation. There are check-ins because it's a partnership. He is my partner and my guide on my financial journey. So when he checks in with me every quarter, to see how things are going, what questions I have. He's constantly available. That helps me again to build that relationship and know that I have someone who's going to help me with this journey, putting me in the hero role, right? Because I'm the hero of my
Right.
own financial story. And he is helping me to achieve whatever success point I need to get to.
Now, that is so important. I know my financial advisor also makes it very clear that when you have a question, if you're worried about it, I'm worried about it, contact me, ask. That's what I'm here for, is for those advice points, and not just the, twice a year check-in or something like that. Um,
Yes.
in addition to building the relationship, and I know education's a big part of that, you talk about authority, power, and being an authority, and that's someone who generously gives away information that's helpful. Um, and that might be additional seminars or workshops or white papers or whatever you do. Um, and you talked about regular conversation. That's important. Um, but I know you have a third point, and it's about a mission. What's that?
Yes. So I have seen this be put into action, which is why I'm like, oh, it's quite possible. When you help your clients have a different relationship with money, you become their advocate and you become their champion. So, what do I mean by having a different relationship with money? We look at money as a status symbol, as a means to an end, as safety, as security. But what if money could be something else for you? What if instead of looking at it as some kind of ceiling, some kind of block that, if only I have this amount in my savings account, then I'll feel secure. Or if only I have this fewer expenses, or I have my house paid off, then I'll have a good relationship with money. What if even if you are in debt? What if even if you are working to build up your 401k? Your financial advisor helped you to look at money as something that is an ally, that is something there to help you be safe without making your path only a certain way. What if your money allowed you to be generous with other things, your time, your talent, your treasure? What if your money could give you other avenues of growth, relationships, what have you? And I think by having that different relationship with money, not looking at it as the end all be all, but simply another tool in your journey for whatever your success point is, I think your financial advisor can help you do that. And by opening up those avenues of abundance, now you're having more money, which means your financial advisor can help you to leverage that money to make more of an impact, to grow, to, oh my gosh, enjoy something. Instead of saying it's a guilty pleasure to go out to dinner or go on a vacation, what if you did that without the feeling of guilt or, worrying about, well, if I spend it here, then if something happens, I'm going to feel really bad. What if they were able to help you let go of some of those stories? I think that would be so powerful. And I've seen financial advisors do this where they help you to really let go of that money story and move into this area of abundance and generosity.
Oh, that's a rich topic. We could go on and on about that, but I see we're out of time
Yeah.
for today. Lisa, I want to thank you for carving out some time to be generous with your what you're an authority on. And until next time, I wanted to wish everybody that they could stay healthy, wealthy, and wise.